Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Yeah, this is my second YouTube video and a warm welcome to my New York home. Here it is. As you can see, it's completely different from my San Francisco home because last year, before we even moved in, Vivid and I decided to make this place more mature and more settled. You know, we just thought that this kind of style was more suitable for the New York vibe. So this is pretty much what we created in the past year. So we moved in this apartment around July 25th. And that marks exactly 1 year of the New York anniversary. We're super grateful for all the help we received when we were hunting for this apartment. And you know, finding an apartment in New York is very challenging if you don't have any help. And we were super grateful to have friends who were willing to, you know, help us tour this home, come all the way from New Jersey to inspect the home, make sure, you know, there's no noise coming from the expressway. Because we were in San Francisco at that time, we actually never saw this place in person until we moved in. During the apartment hunting, we learned a big lesson because we actually had a couple candidates to apply to, but they all been taken within 24 hours. Yeah, New York apartment hunting is very competitive. So if you don't put down an offer within maybe like a few hours, you know, the flat might be taken by someone else. We learned that lesson, and right after our friend toured this place for us, we immediately signed a contract. So I was actually debating what I should film in the second video. So I think it will be best to start with my daily routine, you know, like cleaning. As I clean and do the regular stuff, that will help you to get a sense of how this apartment looks like. All right, let's get started. And also, I just want to say a huge thank you for loving, supporting my first video. And those comments in the first video are incredibly encouraging and motivated for me to continue on this new journey. I really appreciate the continuous support from my existing audience. And for the new audience who discovered me through YouTube algorithm, welcome to my channel. And I'm so excited to share my YouTube journey with you all. Alright, let's take a quick break from cleaning. Maybe just chit chat a little bit, taking a break, and I'll get back to cleaning later. Well, ever since we moved to New York, a lot of people ask us about the differences between living in San Francisco versus in New York. I feel like New York is definitely more exciting. You know, there's a lot going on in the city, and the city is so fast-paced. You feel like you're constantly moving, your brain is constantly working, and the chances of meeting new people and new friends are much higher than back in SF. Also, the public transportation is a lot more convenient here compared to SF. We kind of feel like we're back to Asia, that fast-paced and very high density, and it's much easier to bump into people in this environment. And the easier you get bumped into people, the higher the chance you learn more story about other people and share your story as well. And back in SF, I feel like you can already see the destination of your life and you're working towards that destination every day repetitively. There's not much opportunity back in SF from a career standpoint. After living in New York for a year, this place is definitely more suitable for our lifestyle where we used to. We lived in Singapore for 5 years and we were born and raised in Guangzhou. That kind of environment is very similar. So we definitely love New York better, and there's unlimited opportunities, a lot more events, a lot more chances to collaborate with other cool people. There are so many talented people here in New York. When we were back in China, we watch a lot of American movies from Hollywood. You always see that glamorous New York in the movies. Back in the days, that's my impression of America. So after moving to New York, this is definitely the USA that I was grown up knowing for. And also after the layoff in May, I've been doing this content creation thing full-time. I do want to share a little bit of my perspective about being a full-time content creator. Back in the days, I had a full-time job and content creation. As I mentioned in the previous video, I kind of love that balance between, having a full-time job that pulled me out of the content creation mode. And that strikes the balance in my life. So I don't have to always thinking about making content. Being a full-time content creator is actually quite exhausting because your brain is never switched off. You're always always thinking about what to film next. Also, without a full-time job, you feel that insecurity. So that's why, that naturally pull you into a mode where you want to create more. Because the more you create, the faster you grow, and that leads to more opportunity to get sponsorship, which means more income. That's why without a full-time job, that also makes an impact on how you think about content creation. Unlike back in the days when you do both at the same time, you are treating content creation as a hobby, but now it has become your full life, and that's what you do every day, day after day, non-stop. And to me, content creation is also both mental and physical, because mentally you got to think about creativity, create new ideas, come up with new stuff to film, and also the editing aspect. You think about how to edit, how to storytell. Also constant battling with the brands about like creative ideas, creative concepts, getting reviews, getting approvals, and also these kind of things are very subjective. Sometimes you have to go through rounds and rounds of reviews and feedback to get the content right and make it worth every penny of what the brand is paid for. That also creates a stress. On the other hand, when I was a full-time product designer, I feel like is more straightforward because it's more like a problem solution situation where you find a problem and you solve it with design, and all you have to deal with is one brand, which is your company. You get things through reviews and adjust the feedback and make adjustments and then resubmit it for approval until you get it right. I think it's more straightforward that way. So to me, I don't have to think too much because product design as a profession is pretty much muscle memory, and also you're basically sitting in front of a computer all day. To me, the only thing you're using is your brain, but for content creation, you're using both the brain and your body to create content, because you have to like running back and forth to check camera angles, to check your composition, to check a lot of different things to make sure everything's right when you're shooting. And also I do a lot of cleaning content, I do a lot of DIY content. They are all physical because you're constantly moving back and forth. And yeah, that's what I think full-time content creation is a little bit more exhausting than having both a full-time job and doing content creation at the same time. Yeah, I'm not sure about what you think about content creation while having a full-time job. That is just my perspective and how I feel. Yeah, if you ever want to become a full-time content creator, I hope that perspective helps you a little bit to make that decision to switch. And honestly, if you're trying to start content creation, my advice would be keep your full-time job while you're creating content and slowly, shift weight toward content creation later on until you get to a point where it's more financially sufficient. Content creation is never going to be as stable as a full-time job, in my opinion, unless you become like super big macro influencer who makes $1 million a year. Don't quit your job. I hope that's helpful, and I'm gonna get back to cleaning. And that's a wrap for today's video, and I hope you like what you saw. You know, to be honest, I'm actually not sure what my YouTube category is gonna be look like. You know, I'm still debating whether my vlog should be more like to document my life throughout maybe a week or two, or maybe like a topic specific kind of content like what I did on my Instagram, or maybe like, you know, home focused product comparison, like, you know, cleaning products or gadgets or electronics. It's really hard for me to focus on just one topic because I want to do all of them. Well, I guess I just have to keep doing it and slowly figure out what's the right content type for my YouTube channel. Yeah, and that's it for the video, and thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.